Hello everybody, and welcome to another day of A Link to the Past Randomizer. This is the main tournament 2021, and I am with the Star X the commentary. Hello, Star X. How are you?
Hey Falcon, I'm doing good. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing very well in this fresh new day, fresh Saturday. It's the weekend, everything is going fine. So, yeah, we have very nice players to present to you. The group AF, the last group of the group stage, actually. So, on the left corner, we have Rywek, very experienced player, been playing for a couple of years. Finish somewhere 81, I think, in the qualifier, in the third
Yep,
cordial.
81st.
81st, yeah. And on the right corner, we have Makinx, who finished in the second cordial. So this is their first match, I believe.
Yeah, it's game one. It's gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Both players played very well in qualifiers, so hopefully we'll have a good match. I know Rywek was saying in the race room he didn't have enough sleep, but on the other end, Makinx didn't play for a week, so hopefully both guys will give us a good show today.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it will be fine. Randomizer is like a bicycle. You don't lose it.
Y-
You
yeah,
just need a few 1, 2, 3 minutes, and then you're fine.
yeah.
So for those who might be new on this, we would like to remind you that this is standard mode hard item pool, which means that they will have a bit less health. They will not have any mail upgrade, and they will not find any silver arrows on their way. So they will have to do some techniques, silverless cannon, to
Yep,
finish off.
they'll
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so forced silverless Ganon, and also they won't go above their tempered sword and won't find the mirror shield anywhere. So we're getting a bit more technical for the main tournament, but seems like our players are getting started.
Hey, yeah. So, what's you may want to guess what will be the weapon, the starting weapon? I think that I saw a pool in the chat. So if you want to guess, let's go.
I'm guessing the mushroom's gonna be the weapon of choice for those two
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. You can plant the mushroom. Wait a few years, and then you will have something strange, and that's fine. That's fine. But the mushroom will not hurt any enemy. I'm afraid. So of course
It
we are
won't be.
So it could be a sword, it could be a summary, it could be a lot of things. Oh, it's the bow.
Oh, a bow start.
Yeah, so probably one of the best weapon to start in my opinion, because that already opens up one dungeon.
Oh, and curiously, one item pool we don't usually want to see on guards, the arrow pool, that can come in handy if something really bad happens to those players, but normally 30 arrows should be plenty enough to get through the escape sequence.
Yeah, I don't have the price back in my head, but it was the 5 arrow. Is the 5
Yeah,
arrow in one
we
of
saw
the pool with the bombs? Or it's 10
might
arrows?
be. But meanwhile, we just saw a map check, so we had a crystal on Eastern, a red pendant, if I remember correctly, on Desert, and a 5/6 crystal on Hera.
Oh, very interesting. So confirm first crystal available as soon as they come out of the escape sequence.
Yep.
So
And with players of their caliber, going Eastern in the dark won't be an issue. And
yeah,
we managed to find some bombs in a chest, so the back of escape is also available to both runners.
and the very good news is that they will not need to worry about those price pack anymore. They can just fly to the princess and then fly to the exit. So the escape sequence is pretty much the same every time. We can kill the guards and get all those chests. So we already have the map. So we're gonna have to open up the sanctuary chest.
Yep. So the sanctuary chest will have an item, because the small key in standard has to be before the dark cross, of course. before the sewers, or in the sewers. So in the next 2 chests, we'll find an item and the small key to get past.
So I wonder if one of the players will do this, because I saw this a couple of times, not going to CAC straight away, but just, they have the bow, they can go straight to Eastern, finish a crystal. At like 6 minutes in the sea, they can already be underway. And then maybe do Kakariko later with some more items, like a bottle or a flute.
Yep, both plays have their merits, honestly. Kakariko, of course, has a lot of items, a lot of possibility for progression, but having Eastern already open might mean you won't have to come back for, as you said, with a bottle. You could do Sick Kid as soon as you get to the village and all of that. So, yeah, going straight to Eastern could be an interesting play for any one of them.
Yeah, so I guess it will maybe depend what they find on their way. Because even though they can do this with only a bow, there's a small door, there's a small room that is a bit technical in the dark in Eastern Palace, and they can take a bat it pretty fast if they don't have something like a sword to orient themselves.
Yep,
So
a sword or
any
arrows can be useful for that, especially for the bag. You can just shoot the Igor while it's not awake, and you'll have a weird arrow sticking out of nowhere coming at you.
yeah.
And I'm pretty confident both guys have the right side rooms memorized entirely. So even should they decide to go Eastern first, I'm not too worried about their chances. A piece of heart in the sewers. So that's the first safety we've seen for the players.
Yeah, quite a slow escape. I will not slow, but I mean not a lot of items in there.
Rywek finding a bomb on the rat there, meaning he might not have to farm or buy bombs to be able to complete the CAC and South Shore sequence. If he can find some more, but he won't necessarily linger on this too much. Oops. Wrong way.
Okay, so the rats are the bomb price pack actually. So we saw 4 bombs, so that's fine. That's fine.
A bottle, a piece of heart, and Samaria, the cane of Samaria in the back.
So the cane of Samaria is a very interesting item for that room we're just talking about,
Yep.
Because it makes it much easier to navigate. Alright, so what are they doing? Do they go straight to CAC or they do some other decision?
Oh, getting another bottle in the sanctuary chest.
Yeah, the fact that they have a bottle can push them a bit to CAC because you know that the flute could be much later, but the bottle will normally be quite early, and if you have it, then you can finish off CAC in one go.
Yeah. Yeah, and having a bottle, and as we talked about earlier, Kakariko having more items for the players, they might be worried that if the other players actually goes straight to CAC, they might find boots or something really important that would make either their Eastern Palace or their whole seed easier. So both of them going the quote safe way and doing CAC first.
And we had the lumberjack check by Makinx. I saw some kind of blue diagonal strips, so it's probably the cane of Burno. I can't see anything else. So I think we have the cane of Burno in lumberjack. So Makinx will not have to worry about this, and well, I don't see again being done for that.
Yep. Rywek probably won't check Lumberjack until he has either full Agate Tower access and even potentially full Agate Tower access and the boots.
Yeah.
So he'll just go straight on. He just he did just go to Lost Woods and will go straight to Kakariko.
Yeah, a lot of players like to wait until they have some of the ingredient before checking this. It's a bit time consuming. Sometimes it can pay off, sometimes not, but I think it's a good way to.
Yeah, we've
do
had
it.
a couple of Agassids in the tournament recently, so checking it sometimes pays off, sometimes doesn't. And in that case, it's a good info to have, but it's not a hard required item, so a bit of time loss on Makinx's part. A shield, some money, and some more money in Blind's Hideout. So nothing too interesting, but the players will be happy to have some change in their pocket for the bottle vendor.
Yeah, indeed. That's always a good thing too. Oh, so we have a green 20 here, so maybe it was something like a mail upgrade, maybe?
Yep, at this point it has to be a mail upgrade because we don't have we haven't had any supplementary hearts, and we still have access to the red, so the second shield could also be a bow. That could have been
yeah,
our
it could be
silvers also.
silvers. Yeah, you're right. Alright, so basically nothing of interest. So, in the concentrated, high concentration area, you know? So
Yep.
maybe, I don't know, this village is turning out quite empty. I'm expecting Sick Kid to have something, because we have 2 bottles already. So, of course, it means nothing, but it's an indication that if you have early bottles, maybe there's progression here. Or maybe not.
Yep, the kid turning out empty as well. I mean, at that point, both players must just be saying to themselves, "Play Skag, just have something, anything at that point."
So I wonder if it's this kind of seed that might have been. It's really trash cake, as mentioned in the chat. So I think that the next destination might very well be directly eastern or maybe the south shore. I don't know.
Yep. So we're
But
going straight to Eastern or South Shore and now. What will both players do?
and Rywek
So,
went directly for the item because he got like nothing. Oh, maybe they could go validate the mushroom right away and then safe scum the mushroom if it's nothing.
yep, especially with Samaria in their Cane of Samaria in their pocket, could be interesting.
Yeah. The other option might be to wait just a little bit in case they find the hammer, so they can at one point fake powder and then get rid of the mushroom.
Yep.
But
So Divergence Makinx does indeed go is going to go validate his mushroom, while Rywek is going to prove us that Lake Hylia Island has nothing good for us today, and we'll go on straight to Eastern. So once again, an interesting play. Not one one I'm pretty sure is. It can't hurt because, as we said, it's already a completable crystal. Even though we don't have much to get ourselves orientated, situated in the dark, both players are really high skilled, and yeah, even though it's out of logic, I mean, there's not. Lamp logic is probably the most skipped logic in the whole rando community.
yeah,
So
indeed,
not too
they are
worried about that.
So about that mushroom, well, it was a shield number 2, fire shield. So Makinx safe scum that mushroom, which is a very good decision because he can then fake powder if he needs to.
Yep, he'll be able to fake powder later on. Bombos in the dam.
So yeah, small divergence here. Makinx choosing to do the South Shore. Maybe we'll be hoping to find some money so he can maybe go in this area after that. We'll see. And I wake onto Eastern Palace. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
that's big. The flute.
Yeah, so we have
Flute with
very
our.
Yeah, so we have very, very high mobility here. So I think Makinx will just do the minimal dorm and then save it quit straight away to go activate that flute as soon as possible.
Yep, and doing it that way will not only be faster in the long run, but also if Makinx decides to go for Ice Red Cave, coming back with the flute is the way to go.
So we have an
Meanwhile,
interesting way with the Sumaria to do a minimal dorm.
yep, the mini trolled arms just not giving Makinx any break. But so far in Eastern, we've seen the compass and the big key. So technically, Armos Knights are not lamp locked. They are only fire source locked, as there are torches in the north room.
And in the minimal dorm for Makinx, we found also a glove.
Ooh,
So we
so
added the
this
South Shore glove and flute, basically,
yep,
with the
South
bubbles.
Shore play really paying out for Makinx right now.
Yeah. Now, I don't believe it will be a problem for Rywek because after restart, it will probably be there. It will probably go there straight away.
Yep,
But it's
and
some add mobility that the Makinx will have.
yeah, it shouldn't be too much of a problem as it's still pretty early in the seed. And South Shore is such a common play, be it right before or right after Eastern, that I'm not too worried that Rywek will indeed find both these items very shortly.
Right, so Makinx is fluting to hate. Will continue on the South Shore and do the famous, infamous Ice Rod Cave.
Yep,
Where
maybe
Rywek is.
trying to chain Ice Red Cave into potentially Zorachek with 500 rupees.
Yeah, that could be a good idea. Now, of course, the fixed flipper play is a bit less appealing without the Moon Pearl. Oops, never mind.
Commentator's curse, ladies and gents. Commentator's curse.
All right,
So
so
Makinx finds his Moon Pearl right there.
so the Zora play is now very appealing because Makinx has the money and he can do the Waterfall Fairy.
Yep. With Moon Pearl, we can activate Walk on Water glitch in Waterfall Fairy. So pretty lucky find right there for Makinx, and one that a couple of players have a tendency to skip. Let's see if Rywek will indeed go all the way to Ice Red Cave when he does the South Shore.
Well, when he finds the flutes, he will activate the flutes and probably eventually flute to 8. So, yeah, I'm not worried about this. Alright, so Rywek managed to go through Eastern Palace, did not find any interesting progression, but he is at the gate of the boss.
Yep, pretty solid Somaria strats in that room, since we don't have a sword where we could easily just spin slash and everyone would every popo would just disappear.
Yeah, and while we're talking about this, I believe that we found a mirror on Obo.
Yep, the homeless man below the bridge had our mirror. So
Alright.
fake flippers play really already paying off for Makinx. That's gonna be a tough one if Rywek doesn't go that way.
So without that progression, I wonder where the flippers are, maybe? Because the mirror is there. Or, well, the flippers could be further. Yeah.
10 arrows on the ledge.
Alright, so first crystal for Rywek is now going to the south shore.
We'll do the same as Makinx. We'll check his mushroom using the fake flippers in the pond right below Link's house to get to the witch's hut faster.
Yeah.
And we'll probably also just save scum the mushroom, seeing as it's only a shield upgrade that's locked behind it.
So I wonder where Makinx will go now, because he might go to some place we have not seen, such as the mountain or Agino, or he might go straight to Eastern. Oh, okay, he's going to Eastern, so they will basically retrace their home steps.
Yep, Eastern play here makes sense for Makinx. Only one item away from Dark World access, completable crystal, so no reason not to go to Eastern straight away, in my opinion.
That's true, but I do have maybe a different perspective, meaning that he's got the mirror, he's missing only one item. There's a possibility to combo Pod and Eastern, maybe.
Yep.
So Agina is a quick check, the mountain is a quick check, and progression has to be either at Spectacle Rock or Agina, right?
Yep. Right now we're very quickly running out of checks, and
Yes.
yeah, essentially Agina. Since we're pretty much skipping on Lamp Logic right now, maybe Oldman could have something for us, but yeah, Spec Rock or Agina are pretty quickly becoming our only options.
I wonder what it will be.
Meanwhile, Rywek will find his flute.
Oh, and he's
Decides to save and quit straight away.
Yeah.
So we'll probably come back, do the rest of the South Shore with the flute.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So, I personally like to. I think it's a slightly better to go straight to Minimal Dorm and then save and quit inside Minimal Dorm. Because now
Yep.
it will activate the flute and we'll have to get out of Minimal Dorm and then flute to 8 or wherever he wants to go.
Yeah. I mean, you can still flute to 7 and do the exact same walk, so I don't think it's much slower on one end or another. It's just player's preference.
Yeah.
Maybe the only time I see would be saved by going straight to Minimal Dorm Cave would be the time it takes for the dot to appear after activating the flute and the menu time in the map. So really minimal time loss here, if any.
Rywek is
Rywek
choosing to farm a bit the crab just in case.
Yep, doesn't know he'll soon find a 300 pack.
Yeah,
in Minimal Dorm Cave.
It's fine for money.
Even though Makinx is not hurting for money right now, Rywek might still be in a slightly better place after Zora, since he did farm a bit more. There's the glove on the NPC, 300 pack. Meanwhile, nothing to see on Makinx's screen. Just casually doing the east of Eastern Palace, completely blind. And Rywek decides to go see Agina. As we talked about, our progression options are narrowed down between both players, and Rywek deciding to go straight for one of them.
So is it the hammer? Is it the book? Is it the, I don't know, the hook shot maybe? There are a lot of possibilities.
Could even just be the lamp that would unlock progression for players, or
So money.
nothing.
All right. So it
Nothing
means
is
that
always an option.
it means that we have progression in Spectacle Rock, for sure. Because that's
with that-
the only place in Logic we have left.
Yep, Rywek will soon find his Moon Pearl. With 1,000 rupees to his name, might be also interested to go for the fake flippers play, and especially with Moon Pearl in Ice Red Cave.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm pretty sure he will do it. So for some reasons, I believe that we're not going to see a spectacular like item peak. They will go straight for the item, right?
Yep.
Well, in the Rywek case, he will do it. Because he knows. At this point, he will know. Especially that now he's doing the fake flipper. So he will know it's in Spectacle Rock.
Pretty clean setup for Rywek for the fake flippers.
Yeah.
Will go straight to Hobo to find his mirror. And will soon enough find all the goodies the rest of the flippers check have for us.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. We have the mirror too, so we have access to some other things, but it's not in Logic.
Yep.
So maybe we have flippers or something in Spectacle Rock, which will be Logic not very fun because it means you have to go out of your way to get those slippers, then go back to Obo, then go back to the mountain or something. So,
yeah, I mean,
a very good reason to break flippers, actually.
Yeah, flippers in Spec Rock would actually only put Hera in Logic, I think.
Yeah.
Because we don't have the hammer to go to East Death Mountain, and we don't have a proper Dark World access yet.
Yeah, exactly.
So, at that point, flippers is probably something both players don't really want to see right now.
Well, it will just reward them to have broken the flippers, and have done the fake flipper. Because I mean,
Rywek having to.
He's got
Rywek having to reset his walk on water state.
Yeah, so
he did get a full heart in the cave.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you have 3/4 of Earth and then you find one, then it will refill your health. Refilling your health put you in a
swimming motion.
state. Swimming motion, yeah.
Right, like just playing with fire right there. Just barely dodging that Zora fireball.
And Makinx is done with Eastern. He only has Spectacle Rock left. He's not even checking the Holdman because he knows there's something there.
Progression has to be in Spec Rock at that point.
Yeah, and Holdman can be done with a sword or something better a bit later. It's just flute one away. It's not far. So I like the play to skip it for now.
A piece of heart on Spectacle Rock, that's right now out of Logic.
And that's the flippers. I knew it! I knew it was the flippers. It was sure.
Yeah, but we still did get a peek from Makinx.
Yeah, so...
So that will put Hera in Logic, meaning we have 2 items right there. In fact,
we cannot even finish the dungeon.
Yeah.
We don't have the weapon to kill Moldorm.
Yep. That will be if the item is somewhere along the upper floors, that might be a kind of strange climb from the players.
They might have to do a double dip of Tower of Hera. Now, if it's the Dark World if the Dark World access is the hammer, they are fine. If the Dark World access is myths, they might have to come back.
From that map check, we saw Turtle Rock was Green Pendant, the other 5/6 crystal was in Skullwoods, and I believe the other pendant was Thieves Town. If
I haven't seen
if
it
chat
for
want to
the-
make sure I'm not saying stuff I shouldn't. But yeah, our tracker is on top of things and does confirm that Thieves Town is our last pendant.
And as we mentioned earlier, Rywek went straight for the item because he
Yep.
knew. So the big key was in the basement.
Yep, it does put the upper floors in logic with Samaria for a weapon to get through the kill rooms.
Yeah. So I wonder because there's one chest that we don't even have access in Tower of Hero. We don't have any fire source, but we
Could we
can go
find?
up. So we're fine. We're fine.
Could we find a fire source up there? Have to go back down to find, I don't know, a sword in Arrow Basement to go back and kill Mordorn. Would that be
Well,
fun?
that's a bit troll, you know. But it's not impossible. No. I guess it's possible. Yeah. But you'll need to have like the key and then a fire source right here. Oh, that's a myth.
Yep. So that's Dark World access
Okay,
for Makinx.
and we're gonna have a double dip of Tower of Hero, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can do nothing, so double dip forced of Tower of Hero. Oh, that scene is not fun.
Nope, we've only been there for less. We've been here for less than half an hour, and that seed already feels icky.
Yeah, clearly. Oh, so Makinx is going straight for the Maya area, which is interesting because he's got the mirror. He has access to 3 items.
Yep. Can check. Can easily check the Mire Shed, Checkerboard Cave,
And the
and
requirement for missing Maya.
yep, we'll have the medallion info for Mire, which is Quake.
Okay, so Quake will be required because Maya's a crystal. Oh my god!
Oh,
There's the best item of the game.
yep.
Well, in my opinion, it's the best item of the game. I know.
Makinx reading that seed like it's nothing.
Okay, so a small play into desert. Yeah, why not? Why not? While you are there, maybe have a quick check on maybe both items are easily accessible.
Yeah, especially with boots and mirror, it's a really quick check to just go take a peek at the torch, the middle chest, and you can even right side desert is not too long with boots and mirror. Just dash
No,
over there, then
that's
mirror back.
yeah. So we already have knowledge of one item, which is 10 bombs. That was
Rywek.
ignored by Makinx.
Yep, Rywek making the same play. Also going straight for Mire area. A quick map check on his end.
Yeah, and you know what? Thief Town being pendant, Village of Outcasts is not that appealing. They don't have the hammer, so I love the idea to start off with my area because they want the hammer before they continue in dungeons and stuff, you know.
Yep, Rywek making the Mire play and having a good bit of success dodging that murder dactyl. That one, especially with boots, can be a pain in the arse.
Yeah. So we found a full heart in Checkerboard Cave. Since they have only 5 hearts, they go for it. They both went for it. That's a good idea. And
Yep, at that
Makinx,
point in the seed, with Dark World almost entirely open, going through the Dark World with only 6 hearts is not every player's dream. If you can get a bit more safety, always appreciated.
yeah, of course. So Makinx going for the Skullwood play doesn't have a sword or fire rod, so he cannot finish a dungeon, but he maybe will have access to 2 items. And we have that lovely room here with the mummies. Always fun to dodge them.
Even though we're having some
Yeah, we will
technical
see if
issues, Makinx going through with no problems. Finding, I believe, the big key right there.
Yeah, I could not see it. But yeah, so he went for the key just to make the navigation into the main part of Skullwood easier.
No, that was a
Because
blue boomerang.
oh, alright.
The item on Lumberjack, so even less interesting than Burno would have been.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I just saw some like diagonal blue strips, so could be either boomerang or.
Yep. Rywek on his end, also taking the Darkwood portal right above the village, and also goes straight to Skullwoods.
Yeah. So it was actually the big key was actually on the left side. So I don't know if there were if we add an item, we missed a bit of some frames. Okay, so it was not an item because Makinx is continuing. We found one with those 50 rupees. That one has to be a key because he has absolutely no key to get out. Yeah, it's a key.
Yep.
Which means that I believe there's a small key in the big chest. Yeah, I was sure.
There you go.
Yeah, because we have 3 keys in Skullwood, and we cannot have a key on Motala, so they found only one. We had to have one in the big chest, and the other one in the first chest of the back of Skullwood.
So Makinx doing a quick north of Darkwold checks. Not a bad play considering we have boots, we have mirrors, so we can check. We can make all of those checks really quickly and efficiently. Especially coming out of Skullwoods, it's pretty natural thing to do.
Yeah. Oh, and that was a very good decision because look at what we found in the bone truck. We have the hammer now.
Yep.
So now
Hammer will make Darkworld navigation much easier for Makinx.
Yeah, so right now what they will need, if they want to complete some dungeons, they need... Well, the hammer is a weapon that will hurt Moldom, so they can do that, but it's... Well, it could be interesting, because with that hammer they have access to the right side of the mountain now. They cannot go for Ice Palace right now because they need a sword to use the bumble.
Yep. If they are feeling fancy, they might have access to the whole of Pod with the bow, the hammer. They would just need to forego the lamp, which hasn't been a problem for them so far.
Yeah. The only thing, I'm just a bit wary of Pod without at least a fire rod. I mean, if you have a sword, it's fine, but if you don't have a sword, it's much easier to have at least a fire rod to navigate the turtle rooms, you know?
Yep. Both the turtle rooms leading to Elmasor King, and the dark maze can get pretty confusing pretty quickly without a fire source or a sword.
So
Rywek once again just following in the footsteps of Makinx, doing the north checks.
They are really doing the same thing so far. They are reading the seed the same way, actually.
Yep.
So what about Catfish? What do you have for us, friend? Because he is like friendly character, we as we say.
Yep.
So even if he is a bit
grumpy sometimes.
Yeah, maybe. Alright, so Makinx is going straight for Hype Cave.
Yep, with that newly found hammer, maybe trying to loop Hype Cave and potentially pod together might be a good play.
Yeah. The other possibility will be with that mirror to finish the left side of the dark wall.
Yep.
Maybe. But at this point, maybe you want to also to go do some crystals. It will depend what
bit
we
more
find
health. And Hype Game not being that hype today. And by not that hype, I mean that was pretty trash.
Yeah, that was a big 0. Okay, so Makinx is going left. Rywek is doing
Yep, Makinx is indeed going to the left. We'll check Stumpy, we'll check K45, and might even just continue straight on to the village of Outcast and loop in the digging game and the smith check.
So I missed what we had on Stumpy. Was it anything interesting? I guess not. That was just rupees.
Only
right?
rupees, yeah.
Okay, so Rywek is doing the Hype Cave too. Will he go for Pod?
Hey, when did we get that shovel?
Shovel?
Yep. We did see Makinx just do the Sacred Grove Day.
I guess I missed that. I don't
Yep.
know where was the shovel.
Oh, there it was. Oh, I might have switched up my two screens for a bit. Sorry about that. Spoilers. Makinx finding the shovel and then going back to the Sacred Grove. Sorry about that, guys.
Okay. You
I had, yeah, with the technical issues, I had both streams open to make sure I don't miss anything, and I inadvertently spoiled you guys. I'm sorry about that.
I'm pretty sure the chat will forgive you. You fine. So Rywek decided
there's a
to go for
sword.
the pyramid and found the sword. Very interesting. Now he has good stuff to go and Pod. Because even if it's a bit difficult without the fire source or without the fire rod for the harder rooms, it's still doable. And he's got also a blue potion, which makes the whole thing a bit safer. Meanwhile, Makinx decides to finish off the overworld of the dark world and do the smith chain. He can do everything. He's got the hammer.
Yep, might not feel as comfortable doing the pod play without a sword. I mean, we do know there's a sword on the way, but he doesn't, so getting some more safety and maybe a sword in the Dark Village, Darkworld Village might be on his mind.
Yeah. And that sword is interesting because now Pod is open for business, can be completed. Then we can finish Ice Palace. 100%.
Yep. Though Bumbo's Ice Palace isn't the most fun thing to do, but we do have both a green and a blue potion, so it can still be done.
Yeah, it's a bit slower because we have to wait for the Bumbo's animation, but...
And a bit more magic hungry, but with both potions, those players aren't scared of that.
So Makinx is deciding to do the fake powder. So for those who don't know, it consists in emptying your magic, then starting the Cane of Samaria animation, and then switching to the mushroom. So the game will believe that you are actually doing throwing powder.
Oh, and a book.
Found some. Oh, so he's doing. Oh, it's interesting actually because now he's doing the smith chain. he can check the Bumbo's tablet on the way, so maybe it will be a very good play for him.
Might be Bombo's tablet into Hookless Swamp. That could be an idea.
That could be it, yeah.
Not something I exactly fancy doing, but or I guess you can just take the purple chest on a stroll.
Yeah, indeed. So Rywek is going.
That's nice.
Yeah, Rywek did the stair extension glitch, a very nice glitch. So we put a block on the left, then we just touch the hole with the downright input. Then we can dash and do a hop input. It will put you through the blocks.
Yeah, and meanwhile, the purple chest really paying off for Makinx finding his own fighter sword.
Yeah.
And that was also a really quick thinking from Makinx, just dropping the portal in the middle of the village. An easy way, you just flew to 3, just go down, take your portal back, and you can go back to doing whatever checks you were doing.
Yeah, that was well played. Rywek is doing the Dark Maze of Pod. Found
having a bit of trouble getting out of the way of those fireballs, but manages perfectly. And will get out on. Will use his small key to get out the way you normally get in. Oh, that's something I don't think either player would want to find. The ice road was there in the turtle room of the back.
It's like the Starix. You don't find the ice rod, Turtle Rock is a crystal, you know. You find the ice rod on the way, Turtle Rock is a tendency. That's how it works. That's the rules. We have to live with it. Now it probably means nothing because I would be surprised to find Poryashon and Trinix, but well, it's not impossible.
Yeah. I mean, for it to be anything useful, we'd have to find the fire rod on the way.
Yeah, exactly.
So chances are slim, but never underestimate a trash seed.
Alright, so Rywek is heading to the basement of Pod, so he will be soon in those more difficult rooms. He has stuff to help him. He has the Bumbos, so he can maybe swing the hammer a few times, then do a Bumbos. He doesn't need any magic to do the boss, so that's a good strategy.
Yep. Makinx, on his end, decides to go do the Old Man, and will probably loop that in with the east of that mountain. Probably even try go and do Super Bunny Cave and check TR Medallion as well.
Yeah.
And
so Rywek got
really clean.
Very well done.
Two kills with the hammer, and then the 4 last kills with the Bombos Medallion. So really clean turtle room from Rywek.
Yeah, that was well done. He's got full health, so he's fine for a Bazaar. Oh, and he just activate how do you call this?
The spin, spin speed.
Yeah, so that's
with spin speed activated, or at least armed, your hammer actually has the same hitbox as your sword, meaning you have a bit more lenience as to how well the hammer can be used for smashing Elmasaur King's head in, and it does work pretty well for Rywek, who will pick up his second crystal of the game.
Okay, so Makinx, meanwhile, just check the tablet with that book, only pocket change here. And we'll finish Hera.
Yep, we'll go through the Tower of Hera, picking himself his second crystal, a 5/6 crystal at that.
Yeah, so what are the 5/6 crystal actually? Okay, Skullwood is the other one. Alright.
Yep, we have Skullwoods and Hera.
And as I was sure it was the case, Rywek is going straight for Ice Palace now because with that sword he can finish the dungeon. It's not the funniest thing to do with a fighter sword, but they can do this, no problem.
Yep, and he has a hammer, so I mean he has to finish the dungeon. So hammer cold stare isn't exactly easy, but it's manageable with enough practice, which those two players have plenty of.
Yeah, and the fun thing with Ice Palace is that they also have the summarial, which makes the navigation in Ice Palace much faster. So he will be able to do a nice technique that we call the icebreaker, which I
Yep.
will explain in a minute.
Meanwhile, Makinx, a textbook Moldorm fight on his end, finds the small key, meaning we do have an item in the Tower of Hera basement.
Yeah, and Rywek just
Hopefully it's
found
nothing.
the Quake. So
Yep.
that's another dungeon that can be completed. 100% Mr. Meyer can be done now. Alright, so basically Rywek is going here to activate that switch so that the pegs are blue. Then he will go against the rail on the right side here. Just move left from 1 pixel, then pull a block, and with some inputs, you will be able to clip into that wall. That's what we call the door extension glitch, I believe. I believe it's the name.
Yep. The official name for the glitch is the door state extension glitch.
Yeah,
So
door state extension
by
glitch, exactly.
by making the game believe you're still in the door, the way doors work, first off, in this game is that you have no collision while in a door. That's how the game manages to get you through a wall. And by tricking the game into thinking you are still in a doorway while you go through that big part of the wall in the middle of the room, Link will just walk straight through, no problem. And there's the blue cane of Burna in the vanilla big key chest.
Yeah, so that's 2 items. Yeah, that's 2 items already in the high Palace.
Yep.
Makinx,
Quake and
meanwhile,
Cane of
is
Burna.
yeah, Makinx meanwhile is in Paradox Cave, a very high concentration location. High concentration of items, I mean. So will you find anything interesting? Okay, so we have
That's
a
our
Master Sword. So we are going to
that's
finish
our
in the...
third sword.
Yeah, we're going to finish that Seed and Tempered Sword for both players. Unless, of course, Makinx find his go mode some... Oh, he will not, So we'll go to a pyramid before pod, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, even with Master Sword, might as well just do a quick pyramid ledge check if he doesn't have tempered by the time he goes to Ganon.
Yeah, that's true. It's actually a very nice location for a sword.
And that's
If you...
that's a pretty good out of the way location for the troll arrow, the single arrow. So we won't have to worry about that.
No. Okay, so Makinx opening that portal. What do we need for Turtle Rock? We need Bumbles. We have it. Oh, and Makinx has the Cane of Samaria, so... Are you gonna go into Turtle Rock for a little bit, Makinx? I don't know.
Yeah, might just check the first chest on the left.
Yeah.
It's not exactly it's not a quick check, but it's not too slow either, especially with the mirror. You can just mirror back out. But no, just opens up Turtle Rock just in case he needs to come back later. I mean, why not? You have the medallion. It's not that much of a time loss. It's gonna... And oof, there's a fire rod in Super Bunny Cave.
Oh.
Meaning
So...
between players, we We are right now only hook shot away from go mode. Am I wrong?
I believe you are right. Yeah, we are just shot away from go mode. And we do need that hook shot. Even tough, I don't believe any of the players can over or something. But we need it to complete Swamp anyway, so we'll have to find it.
Yep.
So Makinx is doing the Turtle Rock play with that fire rod. He can do
With
everything except for Tridix.
yep. TR also having a pretty high concentration of items, but being a pendant, it's maybe a bit less desirable.
And Rywek needs to be careful here. He's got a blue potion, but he cannot be hit more than once by the puffs.
Yep, only has 8 hearts. That means if you hug Cold Stare twice, you're done.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a tense fight for Rywek.
Yeah, it's a grueling fight right now. That easy.
Especially when the puffs decide to do their kind of charge attack where they just go straight at you super fast. That's especially with a hammer that can throw you off balance and end your fight early.
Yeah. You know, often the thing is that I believe you have to make sure that you are not in a corner, so that you cannot be squeezed. You know.
Yeah. If you get cornered, that's a bad situation to be in. Right, trying to keep the middle of the room to himself, gets rid of one buff, so that will already make the rest of the fight a bit easier. Ooh.
Oh, that was close, that one. He is lucky that the buff didn't decide to charge at him.
And
okay,
the second one down.
Yeah, I think it should be fine now.
Yeah, bearing a small mistake, that should be in the bag.
Yeah, so he has to be very careful because anything will kill him now.
Yep.
Maybe
even
just one or two spin left. Oh my god, that was close.
Yeah.
Very well done, Rywek.
Yep, dying right after you've killed the last buff would have felt bad. That was a close one.
So
good job, and Rywek with that picks up his 3rd crystal.
So Makinx got out of the dungeon. Why? I don't know why. Maybe he just want to do the front. And then he decide maybe I should go do some crystals instead.
Yeah, it did the quick checks in the front. Then with that fire rod, must feel a bit more confident doing pod.
Yeah.
Rywek picking up what he likes to call emotional support bombs and arrows from the luck fairy there.
Oh, really? Nice. Oh, that's because he's going to Mire, right?
Yep. Picking up more arrows will enable him to do the whole Vitreous fight with only arrows.
Oh no, Rywek is going straight for the mountain instead of
his mountain play.
Okay.
Meaning Rywek will find his master sword soon.
And his fire rod, which will allow him to do the Skullwood and Mire when he goes.
Yep.
Back down.
It might feel a bit down since that fire rod would have made his Cold Stare fight that much easier. But we'll still be pretty happy to find that, since that's progression for him. Yep, Rywek going up the Tower of Hera also.
So it all comes down to that hookshot. So in the overworld, we have seen pretty much everything, I think.
Yeah, between both players, their early Dark World route was so so different that we've seen a good chunk of the overworld checks.
Yes, so that means the hookshot could be easily in the. Are we missing an item in Skullwood? No. Yeah, we're missing one item on Skullwood, which will be on Macula. That's for
Yep.
sure.
Yeah, which is available to Makinx and soon Rywek.
So we have that possibility. We have, of course, the beginning of Swamp, which is never fun. 2 items in Misery Mire. And then, of course, Thief Town, that was not touched by any of the player, not even the front, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Makinx, maybe Makinx did the front of Thief Town?
I'm pretty sure Thieves Town went untouched for both players.
It did, huh? Okay.
So Rywek might feel a bit more comfortable going to Mire after finding his fire rod, but will probably go on and do Skullwoods before, since it's a completable dungeon. It's all in logic, and it's a quick trip to CAC.
And then he will also have that Master Sword that is a bit more comfortable, so yeah.
Yep. And as Vortex of Doom points out, Rywek has not been to Village of Outcasts yet.
Yeah, and I believe that there's a sword in Village of Outcasts. That
Yeah, there was one
uh,
in Purple Chest.
Oh yeah, that was Purple Chest. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so Rywek might not even go all the way there.
Well, probably
mean-
not, because if he does the dungeons that he has access, he will never have any reason to do a smith chain.
Yep.
So he's not gonna find it.
Meanwhile, Makinx is currently fighting Elmas Arcane. I didn't see him activate the spin speed, arm the spin speed to. But having a Master Sword makes the fight a bit more easier than it is with the Fighter Sword. As Fighter Sword, I believe the Fighter Sword slashes do not do any damage to Elmas Arcane.
No, it doesn't. You need to do spins, and then you need to play to have hate spins, and then it doesn't
Yeah,
have a
so
lot of range too, so it's a bit dangerous.
yeah, at that point, if you're able to, you activate the glitch and
Yeah, you just do
hit
5
it down
armor
with
hit.
the hammer. But Makinx, pretty clean fight, picks up
Yeah,
his third crystal.
is going back in. He still have some items to grab.
I believe Makinx went straight right side into Elmasaur King, so we'll have to do the back of the dungeon to find the remaining items.
Yep. So while the players are retracing their steps, just a quick invitation maybe to follow the runners, because they are offering a very great show for us. So we'll put the links in the chat for you. So make sure to give them or maybe not. The bot is dead, so sorry about this. We'll find a way to give you the links later on. But follow the run-ups. So Makinx is finding his ice rod. So of course they don't need that, but where's that limb? Because they're doing a lot of things behind the dark rooms right now.
There you go. So go ahead and follow our runners.
Thank you very much, Starix.
Give them a follow for the show they're offering us this morning, afternoon, or whatever time of day it is where you guys are. Yeah, Rywek going straight for his other 5/6 crystal in Skullwoods.
Yeah, so that's interesting because he can do that, then do Misery Mire, and then right before doing, I don't know, Swamp Palace without the hookshot, if he doesn't find it, he can route in the Pyramid Fairy check. So that might be a good option. Because yeah, right now Rywek is only missing the hookshot, and it's the same thing for Makinx. They are both one hookshot away from go mode.
Yep.
Oh no, that's not true. Makinx is still missing the Quake, but he will find it in
He
Ice
will find it
Balance.
soon. Yeah. And one of the advantages Rywek has right now, doing Skullwoods with the Fire Rod, is he can just start from the back and not worry too much about the front. Just go for the back and maybe hope the items are there, and that way he wouldn't have to worry about going through the whole front.
Yeah. And since we know that there's an item on Macula, if the hookshot is there, he will just get out of there
Yep.
real fast. Alright, so Quake for Makinx. Both players now one hookshot away from gold. Rywek is doing some hammer strat on Macula. Unfortunately, is staying a bit in the spikes. So for those who will not know, we remind you that the spikes do not damage Macula, and if you send him in the spike, it will not do anything.
Yep. The way that his spikes work, when you knock an enemy in the spikes, is they actually overwrite the damage you're doing with whatever weapon you're using, and as Spike do 0 damage to Macula, anytime you knock her into the spikes, you actually do no damage. So this game is weird sometimes.
Yeah, well, you know, it's like almost 30 years old, and it was
Yeah,
not
pretty
always
close.
easy, I guess, to program this perfectly. But you know, when you think about it, those games were like very, very light and very complex at the same time. So they were genius to program this
Yeah, having
at that
that
time.
much content in what is it? The original game is like 2 megabytes.
Something like
So
this, yeah. So
I mean, that's less than an MP3 song or whatever you might have on your phone. So yeah, pretty great optimization from the programmers at that time.
yeah. Meanwhile, Rywek is entering Misery Mire. So he's completing dungeons now. We have 5 crystals completed on Rywek's side, and Makinx is on his way to his 4th crystal. So I believe that Rywek may have a small advantage. He's ahead, I believe. But Makinx has done a small part after rocks
Yep.
already, which will not be really an advantage for him.
No.
Oh, and we have a Godmire here.
Yep.
And we always have a Godmire, you know when we have to find the items.
Yep. When we're in go mode, we never have that kind of dungeon.
But I like Rywek's play here. He's going straight for Vitreous because he has to do it. So maybe there's one item on Vitreous, and maybe that's the go mode item. So here probably one of the most difficult room in the dark to learn, but once you learn the technique, it's not difficult. So basically you have to throw, the way to do it is to throw a block from the near the door
Yeah, you find the
onto
door
the
on the
switch.
bottom. Yep, you lift the pot, find the door on the bottom of the room, and you just put a block down, turn around, and throw it up. And if you're well aligned, it usually will land directly on the will land
And,
directly on the switch, and Rywek managing to keep his spooky action glitch even through Dark Mire.
which is a very nice feat, actually. That's not always easy to keep it.
Yeah, doing spooky in the dark is even though spooky is a pretty complicated glitch, but not so much to do. It's more the understanding of the glitch that is quite a bit complicated. But keeping it in the dark is, as you said, a pretty nice feat.
Yeah, and a very nice technique here. So if you hug the right wall and you go in the goo, you will not take any damage. So Rywek decided to use his 30-ish arrows and just spam this on the small highs. So very clean
Yep.
fight of VT.
And both players grabbing a crystal within frames of each other.
Yeah, very nice
Rywek
fight
getting
also from
his
Makinx.
Yep, Rywek grabbing his 6th, while Makinx grabs his 4th.
So of course Rywek is going back in because he's still missing 2 items from that dungeon.
Yep, we'll
But
have
at
to
le-
do the right side of Mire to get that items. And seems like Makinx will follow him in. So from his perspective, Mire might be the better play because there are 2 items in, and he already found one in Skullwoods. So the Mire play is understandable from Makinx's perspective.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, so that's one item. 10 arrows. And Rywek will take a chance with the 3 chests that he has in the middle on the right side. And maybe avoid the cutscene chest that nobody likes to do. Oh, and he was gonna do a very nice glitch here. So this is another door extension glitch. I believe that's the name. So basically we enter just a little bit in the door, then we start to run and it will clip you to the rail and then you will go through.
Yep, being just barely in that doorway makes it so you start clipping in the rail before the game realizes you're out of the door, meaning that you can actually clip through. So we've seen both uses of the door state extension glitch from Rywek.
Yeah. Right, so that bridge has the keys. So the last item is at the vanilla big key chest. You will have to do the cutscene. And Makinx decides to clean up Mire before going for Vitreous. So we'll probably see the answer. Oh, maybe not. It's just grabbing the key. Alright.
Grabs the key and goes the same way around as Rywek did, hoping to find the second item on the right, hoping or not, just grabbing that hub chest before going into the vanilla big key chest.
So we have an interesting assumption here in the chat. Maybe the lamp at the cutscene chest. That's possible. But of course, we want to find the hookshot. But from here, where is that hookshot? I believe that hookshot is... well, it's not here, so... I'm starting to believe it's a hookless swamp that we have to do.
Yeah, hookless swamp is an interesting play.
I don't know if
might
Rywek
still
will go
want to
for it.
go and might still want to go and check Village of Outcast or not.
No, maybe he will
Might go
try
for
the Pyramid Fairy. I don't know.
might go for Pyramid Fairy before diving swamp.
But he's committing to skip Village of Outcast right now, which is understandable because is being avoiding Village of Outcasts for the World Seat, so is trying his luck here, hoping it will pay off. And
No,
maybe it will.
Yeah, but Rywek does indeed go straight for Hookless Swamp. And no, I don't think we have. I know Makinx has the book, but I don't think we've had a pet check yet. So I mean,
No,
technically,
no,
hookshot on pet is still a possibility.
yeah,
Pretty
yeah,
slim, but it still is.
yeah. We can finish the tree pendant right now. All right, so we have access to exactly 5 chests in Swamp right now. One of them is forced to have a small key, so that's only 4 chests.
Yep. And now we do have access to one more, finding that big key in the front.
Yeah. So, I mean, that play that way will either be very lucrative. The only downside of that play is that you will do the slow. I mean, you will do the left side of Swamp Palace the slow way. You will
Yep.
be forced to.
No diver down possible without that small key. That is
Yeah, and then you have to climb the
hookshot
stairs.
lock.
You have to climb the stairs twice to get to grab both chests. So it's not the funniest thing to do, but I've seen the hookshot in that chest right here a couple of times, and also on the left side.
Makinx
So
having a bit more trouble than Rywek did in the Mire Dark Rooms, but manages to get through fine. Oh, there was a green 20 rupees on Rywek's screen. Powder, so that puts our magic bat in Makinx's book in logic.
and Rywek is kind of forgetting he doesn't have the key, and he has to do this the vanilla way, the NMG way, actually.
Yeah.
So interesting. So yeah, that powder is not useful. We know now, but it's a nice safety to have.
We haven't checked Bumbo's tablet. So that book, there is still a teeny tiny chance that the book might be useful.
Wait, Bumbo's tablet was not checked when Purple Chest was done by Makinx?
Was it?
The book? He had the book. So I don't know if it was checked, but I'm assuming it was. Oh, it was not. Okay, that's interesting.
Nope. Yeah, I think after that sword, Makinx might have gone straight back to the mountain.
Dangerous then. Yeah. So we'll see. Okay, so Bumble's tablet is on the table. Nice fight here from Makinx as well.
Yep.
Got rid of those eyes and then the big eyes, and he's done with Mr. Meyer. So Rywek.
Yep.
Now
Makinx bringing it back to a single crystal difference.
Yes. So where's the hookshot? Is the hookshot right here? No. Only missing one chest, and then I believe Rywek will have to go and sieve down or something. Because
yeah,
right
Hookless
now,
Swamp is a big time commitment if it doesn't pay off. So after that play, Rywek might feel a bit behind.
Or maybe he will take his chance with the rock. That's another possibility. You either, I mean, it depends. It depends if you're.
And
So
a
that
useless
was
ether medallion.
Yeah. All right. So what's the decision here? He doesn't have the
Rywek
books.
will go do will go towards Village of Outcast, checking Stumpy and K45 along the way.
All right. So I believe if Rywek is committing to all the Village of Outcasts and Thief Town, he probably is ahead right now, in some ways. Because if the answer is Enter Rock, I believe that both players now will finish off Outcasts and Thief Town.
Yeah, if the answer is anywhere in the back of Turtle Rock, it might be a last location for both players.
Yeah.
No one likes to go through Turtle Rock, even though it's a green pendant. No one likes to do that.
No, of course not. But you know, there are a lot of chests in there. We have Mimic Cave, we have Laser Bridge. And for some reason, Laser Bridge has a lot of items somewhere, sometimes.
Rywek using a lone shovel to dig up his own shovel.
Yeah, that's an interesting place for that shovel, you know.
Yep.
So we can continue on the work somewhere else in the Hyrule.
And fun fact, I did not spoil this one.
Well, alright, Makinx on his Makulo fight. And Makulo is staying a bit into the spikes today for
Yep.
both players. But
There you go.
manage very well. So both players are down to have 5
He'll be
crystals.
down to that.
6
Yep.
crystals, sorry.
Yep. Both of them have all of their completable crystals in their pockets, and they're just now trying to figure out where that hookshot is.
So I don't know where are you going, Makinx? Will we have a divergence, or will they just meet into?
Oh, there's the
Thief
pet
Town?
check. There's the pet check.
That's not here. We do not have
Nope.
boing 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 here.
No, sorry guys. So at 1 hour 19 minutes, pet is officially dead. No boing
Yeah.
boing here.
All right, so Makinx is going for Turtle Rock. And maybe Spike Cave before that. Yeah, he's taking that route. So we haven't seen Spike Cave.
Yep, and with Rywek going through the Smith chain sequence, I believe he will find his tempered sword.
Yeah, probably.
Once we get his feedback. There it is. So we had it for a couple of... Oh, there it is. Rywek finding his book, which will probably give him some incentive to go through the purple chest rescue sequence, because that will give him an opportunity to check Bombo's tablet.
Yeah. So it's so interesting that none of the players enter Thief Town, and maybe the hookshot is like in the first chest in there. But I believe that both players are committing to leaving Thief Town because they figure that if the other player did it, then they probably lost the game already.
Yeah, at that point, it's the famous. Well, if it's there, I'm done anyway. So might as well just continue.
Yeah, and the fun fact is that since none of them
did it,
then
neither of them did.
But
Right,
I believe that since Rywek is cleaning out the Village of Outcasts, he will at least check Thief Town, I think. So the answer is either in Turtle Rock or Thief Town right now. Or that Bumbo's tablet, of course.
Yep. Rywek, having picked up the purple chest, might just want to keep the keep out of Thieves Town.
Oh, I'm seeing in the chat that Makinx did the first front of Thief Town. Alright, so I wasn't sure about that one.
Oh, found the cave in Thieves Town. Yeah, right. You're right, chat. Thank you for keeping us
Okay, so that's
accountable for our mistakes. But yeah, the cave was indeed in the front of Thieves Town.
Okay, so that's what is pushing Makinx into Rock actually. Because he does not want to commit to the back of Thief Town.
And Rywek's gonna be finding his tempered sword right there.
Yeah. And we will finally see what is on that Bumbo's tablet. I'm really surprised that Makinx haven't done that. But maybe it's I'm wrong and he didn't have the book, or I don't know. I think he had the book.
And
Okay, so just a red rupee.
what a beautiful way for the sea to tell you it's not there. Your hookshot is in another castle. Oh wait, wrong game.
Oh, so Rywek is going into the mountain as well. I was talking about Spike Cave earlier, but I don't believe Makinx went to Spike Cave. So I don't know if Rywek will do that first.
Rywek just healing himself up after being caught and stuck between two adorable rock squirrels, which we all love and absolutely do not hate and want to burn and murder and exterminate everyone, the last one of those dead rocks. No, we love them.
And Rywek is going after Makinx in Turtle Rock. So yeah, as it's pointed out in the chat, Makinx is ahead right now because they are doing. Rywek is gonna.
See.
Yeah, Rywek is gonna find his hookshot after Makinx in that state.
Yep, except if it's in Hera basement. But yeah, we both saw a catfish from both players.
And Era Basement was not done by either of the players because they did not have a fire source, right?
Yep, they did not. They found the fire rod and eased that mountain right after they cleared Hera. So
yeah,
must not be Rywek must not feel good right now going back to Hera again.
So Makinx is on Laser Bridge. Nothing in the first one. The key here.
The small key here. 20 rupees.
Just missing one chest. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that was.
There it is. Makinx is in go mode.
Yeah. So the play was to continue in Turtle Rock. Makinx start Turtle Rock and then back down. So it's probably not feeling good right now.
Now Makinx feeling must be, though. The Turtle Rock play is not a play everyone would make, but having dipped it once already and not having it available that way, Makinx must not feel good right now, even though we know he's ahead.
Yeah, and now it's his race to lose.
And,
because
and with Rywek doing the spike cave check, and still has to do the whole of Turtle Rock to find his hookshot. It really is Makinx's race to lose right now.
So maybe Spike Cave has the lamp? No, not even. Okay, well, where's that lamp? That lamp has to be in the back of T-Town or something. I don't really see any other place. Yeah, the lamp is in the back of T-Town. I'm pretty sure. And I don't think we care about this.
Oh, and Rywek just coming off the mountain.
He's going for the pyramid fairy check.
Honestly, that hookshot placement was garbage.
Yeah, it was quite bad indeed. At the very bottom of one pendant dungeon. Never a good thing. I mean, at this point, it's there's a big part of of luck in this. It can be anywhere. It's random, you know.
That's what we mean when we say rando is rando.
Yeah. So Makinx can go mode that dungeon. Does not need to open any other chest because there's absolutely nothing that will help him right now.
Yeah, Shady Force. It is the first game of their series.
Oh, there was a limp. So I
Wow.
did check, but indeed, both red crystals are not requiring any fire. So
I mean, they both require fire, but I mean, Hero did not, but Skullwoods did, but not that kind of fire.
yeah, exactly. So Makinx is setuping diver down. Well done.
Yep, the bomb diver down.
Yeah.
We'll probably might open the chests that are on the way, maybe to find some more safety just in case for Ganon. Oh wait, Makinx still is only has his Master Sword, so might still be trying to find his Tempered Sword on the way.
He will just open what is on the way.
Yep, exactly. We
Because
might still have a sword in Ganon's tower, so
yeah, I
at that
wonder.
point there's no reason to go and make detours just to find a sword. I mean, you're already in Go mode. And yeah, opening chests that are on the way is good thinking.
Yeah, and Makinx probably knows that. He probably remember that he never went to pyramids, so maybe we'll peek there quickly to see if there's something at the very end.
Yep, depending on his mindset, might just peek Pyramid Ledge before dropping down the Ganon fight hole.
So Makinx on his fight probably is probably done right now. But doing his 7 crystals. So I guess that we should explain this small game that people like to play here because Makinx is getting his 7 crystal.
Yep.
I have no
So
idea if we'll be able to start it. We'll try.
yeah,
Because we have
the
some
bot didn't
issue.
seem too responsive, but a small
But
game we like to call the GT Big Key guessing game.
so basically, you have 22 locations. You can put your guess in the chat. We will try to start the game as soon as the crystals disappear. But looks like it's not working. So you can play just for fun. And oh, it's working.
Oh, there
It's working.
it was.
All right. So put your guess. You have a lot of time because because there's a long way to go into GT right now.
Yep, and yeah, a Rywek finally diving Turtle Rock. Will definitely not be happy finding his oak shot there, but I mean, that's the nature of Rendo. That's the nature of randomizers. Sometimes you do everything right, and a single item, a single play will turn the tables.
So Mechanic did a small pit stop at the potion shop just to fill up on the potion. He's in the Master Sword, so doesn't want to take any chance to have troubles, with the Silverless and the 24 spin he has to do on Ganon.
Yeah, and especially lampless. No lamp and no half magic. I mean, he has to get some magic refill to be able to comfortably just do the fight.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it was a good idea to just fill out because if for whatever reason you missed you missed the torch glitch, then you will need a quarter of the magic. You have to do only 2 spins, maybe 3, but 2 spins. So that
Yep.
means 12 quarter, which means basically 3.
Yeah, and basically with the fire
Yeah.
rod, you cannot miss a single spin if you go ahead and do it without magic refill. Only 8 shots in your normal magic bar, and if you go for triples, you barely make it to 24.
And you need to do the one before actually doing the torch glitch. It's very risky.
Yeah, especially and with the amount of rupees both players have, no way to just there's no good reason to just skip stocking up on potions.
Yeah. So finish to put your guess in the game. We'll start the bot as soon as Makinx enters the cannon tower, which is about now. Good luck, everybody. So will it be fast? Will it be long? What's your guess, by the way? I haven't asked. So
I
it's not
guess
one, it's not two.
yeah, I did guess 5 in the chat, so
Yeah, I forgot to put a number
hopefully
actually.
Stalfo's room will have something for me.
Maybe. So just for the fun of it, my guess will be 30.
And yeah, Makinx picking up the last heart container of the seed, maxing out his health at 14 hearts.
And Rywek finds a fairy in the Mimic Cave. I didn't remember that one. So that's always nice, I guess.
There was a key in the 5th chest, just not the key we were looking for.
No, not really. Alright, so it's not the DM room. Oh, I think Makinx was looking maybe for Boomerang here because it's a bit faster to do with this, but didn't find any.
Nope.
We saw a
We
Boomerang
left the
somewhere.
only one. Yep, we left the only one we saw on Lumberjack Ledge.
Yeah.
Which I cannot. I can't say. I mean, why would you do Agate just for a boomerang? There's no way.
There's
No
no
way in the
reason.
world that's a good. Yeah.
Yeah. So chest number 9 is not the answer. We go for the render room. Called like this because, well, when you do the energy run, you have absolutely no reason whatsoever to come here.
Yeah, you never see that room in an NMG run. You only see it in randomizer runs.
Yeah. Oh,
And there's your half magic.
Oh, that's interesting. So that makes the Ganon fight a bit safer in Master Sword Silverless. But
And
since he
sadly
has
with
4 blue potion, is fine anyway.
sadly with Rywek being freezed at on the second chest of the laser bridge, we couldn't see any. We couldn't see his reaction when he finally found the hookshot in there.
Yeah. So Rywek is going straight for Swamp. And here, oh, okay. Makinx never found the powder, so he could not powder this anti-fairy. Okay, so I don't know if the big key will be in the next 3 chests, but maybe we'll not see them. So I don't know.
Looks
It
like it
wasn't there.
wasn't.
Yeah,
Yep.
it
So
wasn't there.
we're going back right side.
And no, guessing game is not RIP because we know it's not 17. So to answer question in the chat, the lamp was in Pyramid Fairy. And Rywek found it when he was looking for that hookshot.
Yep, Makinx indeed found his tempered in Ganon's tower, so won't have to peek at the pyramid ledge.
Oh, that's true. That's true. So it was behind the Isamos.
Yep.
Okay.
Our last sword of the seed was hidden there. So basically, the only sword both players have in common is the purple chest one.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like it's a tile room. So the answer will be...
Was 22!
Yeah. So we're gonna put that when they pick up the big key, but yeah, the answer will
Yeah.
be 22.
This seed just keeps on giving.
Yeah, very, very long Ganon Tower, unfortunately. And there it is. That very long location nobody wants to do.
I mean, you might still do it as a Hail Mary when you feel excessively behind, but if your opponent hasn't that done by the time you're there, there is not really a reason to go for Tal Room first, except maybe for the memes.
Yeah,
Rywek
it will be.
taking a death on Argus. Luckily, he had a fairy, meaning he'll be able to continue his fight.
Right, so we have the big key, so I don't know how to do this. I think it's that common. Yeah. So congratulations to Fatalistical. Sorry, it was a bit difficult for guessing number 22 and winning that game. And congratulations to the other player that also guessed, to the other viewers, sorry, that also guessed 22.
You guys are mean.
Yeah,
Guessing 22 is no fun.
you are. All right. So now it's time
Meanwhile,
to climb that Ganon Tower. So very technical climb. Only 4 hertz here, so Makinx needs to be careful, but he has potion, he's fine. And
he has potions
now
and
those potions are not getting used. Because he has the F magic and the temper sword, so
yeah, so
maybe
those
one,
potions
but
were
that's about it. Oh, and it's going straight for the gauntlet. Yeah, you can grab a potion. You can drink a potion, so it's fine.
and
Maybe
might
we'll
want
do
to
that.
now.
Yeah. There we go.
Just make sure you don't use it in the doorway, or you might end up just DQing yourself accidentally.
Yeah, that's always dangerous indeed.
So use it before going in the doorway. Make sure you're doing this all proper. And yeah, indeed, if Rywek feels so behind, he tries to meme it up. He will make up some time.
Yeah.
Will it be enough? I don't know. Only time will tell. But
Well, technically not, but
I
we'll
mean,
see.
I don't wish bad things to happen to Makinx, but a fall or a death on Ganon is it's so quick to come by.
Yeah.
As long as he hasn't crossed that one tile bridge, the game is on.
So Makinx done with the gauntlet, is going for the Wizrobe rooms. Very well done here.
Yep, and Rywek will do the classic hope room, then go full left GT clear.
And Rywek decides to take that 14 hurt here. So both will be full health for the Ganon fight. Full health with maximum health, I mean.
Yep, as we mentioned, hard item pool does limit our health pool, our heart pool to 14 hearts, meaning both players will all remaining piece of hearts and heart containers will be transformed into green 20 rupees for the rest of the seed. Not that we have much seed left anyway.
Yeah, no. Interesting fact, I haven't seen that yet. Maybe it was shown, but the stun pack was a big magic refill.
Yep. Makinx going so fast on Moldern too that we didn't even see it.
No. So we still have the Aga to play, which is a small trigonometry test, which is a very technical fight in some ways if you want to do it fast. It's
Yep.
not easy to do this fast.
Hope you guys studied well in math classes, because angles and stuff are pretty hard. Nice double there. Makinx going for the safer spin strats.
Yeah, and he did this very well. Nice
Yep.
fight.
Really clean fight.
And we only need now to finish off Ganon. Meanwhile, Rywek is still looking for that big key. Alright, so Ganon fight on.
Ganon giving us a bit of Zelda 2 lore right there.
Yeah, love it.
Makinx is going to use the cape to do a 1-1 Ganon.
Yeah, and
Cool.
then you know you have the magic. You have the possibility to just do one cycle. You should do it.
Yep.
There's
With half
absolutely
magic
no need to save magic now. He doesn't need it.
With half magic and 2 blue potions left, I mean, there is absolutely no reason to not just go ahead and spend your magic. And one of those 2 green 20 Rywek just found were indeed Makinx's tempered sword.
Yep.
Was it 2-1?
Yeah, it was 2-1 actually. Yes. All right, so Torch Lich done for Makinx. Only need to do 12 spins. So when Ganon disappear, or when Ganon throws the fire bat, I mean, there is 1 frame of vulnerability, and you have to hit that frame with the spin of the tempered sword.
Yeah, while Ganon is blinking, the 1 frame right before he teleports, he is vulnerable to tempered slashes and up in terms of damage classes.
Oh la la! Oh, Makinx luckily held the direction, the left direction, and then was despawned. Was not despawned, but was pushed on the right. So usually people by instinct will go in the other direction, and they will be pushing the hole. But he did well. So Ganon down for Makinx. Put your GG's in the chat for him. He's done a very nice run and finished with a time of just
an official time of 1:45:48 per racetime.gg. So GG to Makinx.
Yeah, GG. Very
Meanwhile,
well done.
Rywek is going to find his GT Big Key really soon. Always fun to have a Talroom GT Big Key. Or not, I mean. You'll love to see it as a viewer, and even as a commentator, but as a player, that feels bad, man.
Yeah. So we have Makinx here. We'll invite him into the
commentator's
local
booth
here. So it should be here any second. Oh yeah, hello Makinx.
Hey guys.
GG.
Hey GG.
Thank you.
Very well done.
So, about that hook shot.
Yeah, tell us about it. Especially the fact that he went for the rock, and then you have to go back.
Yeah. Well, the first time, obviously I suspected something was going to be in Turtle Rock. You know, you got the cane real early, you got everything you needed, the Bombos medallion. So when I dipped it the first time, you know, it didn't really feel it. I felt something was going to be in there, but I didn't want to go all the way in, both because I didn't have the ice rod yet, and because I couldn't really justify a full Pendant Dungeon dip when I had Palace of Darkness open and Ice Palace. So I only did the first floor of it, and then decided to leave when nothing turned up. But it was always in the back of my mind, so I went right back when all my crystal dungeons were exhausted.
Yeah,
Thankfully
Yeah,
so.
that paid off.
Of
Yeah.
course, that last chest.
yeah, that was an interesting place. But you're right. When you open up Turtle Rock, you had so much to do, all over the place.
So I really didn't want to go all the way in, and then without an ice rod, and then get stuck at maybe get stuck at Trinex with something being in Trinex. So yeah, that's why I just half-heartedly went in the dungeon the first time and decided to come back later.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
But it was
course,
probably the big decider. I don't know exactly what Rywek has done, but I assume he last location the hook shot.
Yeah, he tried to do Hookless Swamp actually, so that
Yeah.
put him a little bit behind. And
I think Rywek just completely skipped all of Thieves Town, so there was still the Thieves Town
Oh, really?
play possible for him. But yeah,
Yeah.
that hookless swamp dive was
Well, then it
pretty
makes it a little
time
more sense. Yeah.
pretty costly in terms of time loss for him.
Yeah.
Because at that point there was a pretty big advantage on his side, I think he had all 6 available crystals while you were still at about 3 or 4.
Yeah, I did a lot of overworld, all the way through, midway through the seed. So I kind of fell behind as well. I thought I'm doing way too many overworld checks. I had 1 crystal at 50 minutes in or so. Went for the second back by then. So I did feel behind, but
yeah, it's a kind of seed that
because I did so many overworld checks. Well, that made the choice to go in Turtle Rock at the end when I did a little easier, because for me there wasn't all that much left.
Yeah, I believe that all you had left was like the back of T-Town, maybe.
Yeah, but there was only one more item in Thieves Town. I already knew the pedestal wasn't going to have anything, so I would just be going in Thieves Town for 1 item. That was never going to happen. So it was either do a hookshotless swamp dip or go back to TR and clear that one. And I decided to just go back to TR.
And I'm just going to point out real quick that Rywek, having seen your dot done, just is going to go for the Swagnet strats on Aga 2.
Nice.
Just scoring some nice swag points for the end of this seed.
Yeah, that was well done, actually.
There you go.
Yeah, and I mean, that seed just kept on giving. I mean, Ice Red Cave Moon Pearl was it's an out of the way location. I mean, a bit less with the flutes early, but that was fun.
I didn't like isolating it, so I'm always gonna check that early.
Yeah, and then I mean, that fake flippers play really could have played out well until we just found the flippers a couple minutes later inside Spec Rock.
Well, it did work out because I got the mirror at that point already. And the seed really wanted you to go up the mountain first, get the flippers, and then go back down for the mirror. And now I could just go straight to Hera after that. So in that sense, it did work out, the fake flippers.
Yep, and I mean, Rywek did the same play on his end, so pretty.
Yeah, to be expected, really.
Yeah, with so much with the Moon Pearl in that location, and so much rupees to your name. I mean,
all these rupees, the flute, everything made it convenient to do. So yeah, why not?
Yeah, and we were talking at that when you first went up the mountain. Me and Falcon we were chatting, saying that, I mean, Spec Rock is the only location that can have progression, and I mean, the least convenient item would probably be the flippers.
Because it unlocks almost nothing after those fake flippers.
It did unlock Tower of Heron. That was pretty much it, because it put your mirror back in the
rocket. After that. And it wasn't a very convenient Hera with no weapons, really.
Yeah, and
All the enemies are
exactly.
annoying in Hera when you have that weapon.
Yeah, that
set
was a
up.
forced double dip of arrow, which is pretty rare, actually.
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
So meanwhile, Rywek is on the phase 4 of the Ganon fight.
Yep, having a pretty good fight so far. I think he even managed to get the one spin before the torch
he did.
glitch in.
He did.
So pretty clean fight on his
This is a
end.
cleaner fight than I did, really. I got a little sloppy on Ganon.
That fire bat really scared us. Luckily,
I was trying to avoid Ganon because I don't want to get hugged by him, and then the fire bat hit me instead.
Yeah, but it pushed you in the right direction.
Yeah,
So-
because I was moving towards the edge, it pushed me
Exactly.
from the edge instead of the other way. So that was my save there.
Yep, and
So,
with
GG
that,
to
Rywek is
Rywek.
done with an official race time, the GG time of 1:53.27. So we'll have him join us in the commentators booth.
And just a second. Hello, Rywek.
Hey,
There.
Rywek.
Makinx.
GG.
GG's.
GG,
That
I
hook
went
shot.
too.
Dang, hook shot.
That was
the damn
me.
hook
That
shot.
was me.
Oh my goodness. I was so sure I was doing so well. I was so well coming out of Mired. Yeah, 6 crystals. I just gotta find that hook shot. Okay, I just got everything to do. You know, let's gamble some swamp. I mean, if it's there, I don't want a last location. And that did not pay off. Oh god.
Yeah,
no.
that's too bad.
Powder into book into everything else.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
an
at that
unfortunate
point.
chain of items.
Oh,
that led to
horrible.
nothing.
Yep.
We play the seat
And-
very differently from what I've heard.
Apparently. I think I think I got the boots before you though.
Yeah, well, I don't remember who got it first, but you followed exactly the same
Oh,
routing
really?
at the
Oh,
beginning.
Never mind then.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
went straight
at
to
that
the
point-
Fire,
So
then
sure.
you did the north, then you had your hammer within like 1 or 2 minutes of each other or something.
Yeah.
But I think after that, you went dungeon diving, and I did like a ton of overworld. So when
Mm.
I had 6 crystals, I had almost nothing left to do. So Turtle Rock was a very attractive play for me.
For sure. You never considered Front of Swamp?
I did consider it, but I thought, nah, there has to be something in Turtle Rock with all the stuff they gave me. So and I dipped it earlier. I only checked the front of Turtle Rock, but so I felt like I got to make that work, and I got to go back there.
Hmm.
And
Hoping-
yeah, it turns out I was right, but that's random for you.
Yep. That's rando for you. I am not sorry at all. This was a really great race. I will
Yeah.
get you next time. Next
Well-
time, Makinx.
Yeah, that was
Tomorrow you can
interesting
try
because
again.
up to
Mhm.
the point that Makinx decide to go to the rock and you decide to follow him instead of going to Thief Town, we were saying, oh, okay, maybe Rywek is ahead because he had a bit more done. But
No.
then you followed each other into the rock, and then we knew it
Yeah.
had to be.
Yeah, that hookshot location really turned the table because, I mean, at one point, Rywek, you had all of your accessible crystal, all 6 of them, and Makinx was still 2 or 3 crystals behind.
Wow.
Just
Yeah, only
going back through all of the available dungeons, and that hookshot location really messed things up in that race. But it was a great race to watch, honestly.
Yeah, very
glad,
interesting.
I'm
It kept
glad.
us on the edge until almost the end. So
I hope I didn't give anybody a panic attack with my cold stare fight.
that was
All of us.
actually a great fight.
That was awful.
No.
I almost
But
I had
you
a near death
didn't
at,
have. I mean, you
well,
were in
at
2
Argus.
depth scale.
At
Yeah, for the Argus, yeah, the problem is
it
that
was
I
a
think,
terrible fight for me at Argus. I
Oh my.
really did poorly.
Yeah, the screen froze, so we could not see.
Oh,
Not
that's
terrible,
too
it
bad.
was.
That screen froze. I didn't drop a lot of frames, so I guess I don't know what.
No,
what
no,
went
it
wrong
was
there,
it was the restream, but
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
it wasn't
that's too
our
bad.
end.
But I almost died. I pause buffered through not getting it. That's my only save there.
oh, nice.
Otherwise, it would have died on Argus.
Oh, I died on Argus, but like, I had a fairy.
So, small
Oh, yeah.
interesting fact: you guys didn't have the same swords. because Makinx, you found your tempered sword behind our thermals.
Yeah,
Really?
You never
I-
knew that there was one on the pyramid.
on the pyramid. Oh, right.
And
No,
Yeah.
I never went to the pyramid.
Yeah, it was actually Rywek's first sword.
Yeah.
So I was
Which gave me access
almost
to
cleared everything on the
ice
overworld, but the
balance.
pyramid I didn't.
No,
so,
you went straight to pod. So your
Yeah.
first sword Makinx was on the purple chest, I think.
Yeah, that was the
purple
first
chest
one.
was
Yeah,
your fighter sword, and that was Rywek's tempered.
Yeah.
I took a trip around the world, and then I found that sword over at the purple chest.
Yeah, it was
Aw.
fun.
So cool. So cool. Can't wait to rewatch this.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
Your next match will be tomorrow, same hours, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
All right.
tomorrow same time.
Same time, same place. Within our own
Be
homes.
there.
Yeah, so I'm sure that a lot of people will be excited to follow this. So yeah, GG, both of you, very well done.
Thank
So
you.
I think that for us, we will do a small recap of what we have available today because it's a great day of Rendo today. The group stage are still going strong. So in a few minutes, in like half an hour, in half an hour we have Matt 7898 vs Technolink over on SpeedGaming 4. You can follow them. And then at the same
10
time, we
and
have Brain versus FaZe on SpeedGaming 3. So make sure to head over those two channels and follow the other races.
Yep, there's actually already a match ongoing between Matt and Technolink on SG4.
Yeah,
So
you're right.
game
So
3,
it's a
if
double header.
necessary. Yep, in half an hour, if necessary, game 3 will happen.
Yeah, you're
and
right. You're right.
Dwayne versus FaZe. Then we also have on the SG3 right after Ilias versus Skupel. That will be game 2 for them. And
that's pretty much it. There's a match at 5:30 EDT this evening on SpeedGaming.
yeah, Sabotender versus TSO. Game 3 hype for them at 5:30 EDT. So it's going to be a pretty stacked day in terms of rando races.
Yeah, so make sure to follow the runners. Make sure to follow. You can follow the crew and check out the schedule for the rest of the group stage. Should be very exciting. We are at the end of the first week out of 3 weeks of group stage. Lot of match coming up. So make sure to follow everybody. We'll try to get the links. Maybe they will work.
Maybe they're up now, or maybe they're
work,
not.
So maybe Story still have the links for the runners. Make sure to follow the runners.
There they are.
Thank you. And see you later for some other Link to the Past randomizer. That was Falcon, and I was with the Starix.
Yep, and Samimas as our tracker. We didn't talk much about, but really
Thanks
great
a
job
Thanks
keeping
a lot
up on
also.
our toes and accountable for our sloppy item tracking. Was on top of things.
Right,
So thank
see
you,
everybody.
Thank you very much, everyone, and hope to see you in the chat for one of the other races.
Bye.